This is his mother, Jennifer, and that is his sister, Starja Bennett. Our dad could not be here because he is tending to Shelton's fur babies. And our youngest brother, he could not be here because I think in a way he grieved himself to death. He made some decisions that kind of cost him his life. He passed away in July of last year. Shelton went missing August 24th of 2023. First, I would like to tell you a little bit about Shelton. Growing up with Shelton, he made the human experience better. He has always been a peacemaker between our siblings' squabbles. He was always the sibling to go and talk. He was always the sibling to go and talk to because he never judged. He was never serious and always lighthearted, and he tried to make light of any situation. He has a laugh that is a mix between Goofy from Mickey Mouse and Barry White. His voice is so deep. Shelton has all the smarts from technology to math. Shelton has all the smarts from technology to math with the most beautiful handwriting. And his drawings were amazing. He was also very athletic. He played football, soccer, he ran track. He went to St. Andrews College, and he wanted to design games. But like some freshmen do, he got off track and was not given the chance to fulfill that dream. Shelton has a daughter, now 2, who has been robbed of her dad's presence. He was an amazing dad. From day one, he was always calling my mother to make sure he was doing it right. He loved being a dad, so I know he would never leave his daughters willingly. Yeah. Ooh, excuse me. Speaking on Shelton's game design, he had every game console. I believe he had everyone from Nintendo to PlayStation. Shelton loves his anime as well as his mangas. He could talk about them for hours with the biggest smile. On January 22nd, 2023, at 4:02, he welcomed his daughter, Elena, into the world, and he was rarely seen without her. Shelton was a great dad. He would call my mom, sharing every milestone. I know that Shelton would have been an incredible dad if he was only given the chance. Lately, looking in society, that seems rare. I enjoyed watching him mature and raise my niece. But on August 23rd, 2023, she was robbed of that chance. That was the last time that she seen her dad. Shelton left his home where his daughter and girlfriend were. Talking to his neighbors, we were told that the day that Shelton left, he didn't usually wave at his neighbor, and upon leaving, he made a left instead of his usual right. I got a call asking me if I had seen or heard or talked to Shelton. On August 2024, it was my mom. One of Shelton's friends stopped by her house and said he had heard He hadn't heard from Shelton since yesterday, and that was unlike him. I heard worry in my mom's voice, but I tried to reassure her that he will show up. But a mother knows. My mom spent the day contacting everyone that she can think of. On August 25th, 2023, I got a Facebook Messenger message from one of Shelton's old schoolmates. It was a picture and a video of his car, a black and light blue Challenger, abandoned on Butler Road, which is a long dirt road that nobody uses. There is only 2 houses on each end, about a mile away from each other. When I called my mom to tell her, she was on the way to the police department to report him missing, but quickly turned around. We called the police. First there was one, and then there was many. By that time it was dark, and we were getting shooed away from the car. This huge truck with bright lights and drones came out to search for my brother.
When I found that car, I noticed that there was a bloody handprint on the back quarter panel of the driver's side. And there was a bloody thumbprint on the passenger door. So when I called them in, the sheriff officer that came out there, I tried to tell him that there was a blood print on the quarter panel. He gonna ask me, he said that if I touched it, it's oil. I told him, first of all, oil is a lubricant. It doesn't dry. And that's dry. It's blood. So you need to call someone else in. So at that point, he made the call. A few more officers came out. From where I could see, it was more of a gathering of them just talking, because I didn't see too much searching. They had one dog that they brought out. I don't know exactly where that dog went to, but he went out of my line of sight. They wouldn't let me back up to the car to see, anything, because when we found it, I asked everybody to back away and not to disturb any evidence. After I saw the handprint, told them to stay away, stay out of the foot tracks. But by then, there was extra footprints there. They said that they did an aerial search. I didn't see any of that until like 2 days later. They left my son's car out in the weather, which washed away the evidence on the outside.
It rained a lot at that moment, that time.
The first detective in this case, he came to me within the first week of my son being missing and stood on my front porch and asked me, Miss Bennett, if we never find your son, or who did this to him, how would you feel? I told him I would feel very
Defeated.
I was defeated, and I told him that was not justice for my son. You say my tax dollars work for you. Apparently, my tax dollars working against me. He said this was his case. and he was gonna do his best after the fact of asking me if we never find him or what happened to him. The case kind of went on and on. About a year within this case, another major took over it, because he said he felt that the first one wasn't doing what he should have been doing. And he brought in the SBI, because I asked the first one to bring in the FBI or the SBI, and he told me no. Not at this point, because they will only take what he got. Well, I told him, if they take what you got and give me the results I need, that's all that matters. Here, you take this. Oh, Jesus.
It took a while for them to say it, but they expected foul play, so did we. My family and friends of Shelton started our own search party, looking everywhere in thick woods, marshes, and everywhere in between. If we searched for weeks and months, we found a gun and 2 cell phones. We turned them into the police. We gave them all our leads and still got nothing. I don't think my brother's case was taken seriously as it should be. Maybe he was stereotyped. I don't know. I do know that since he's been missing, I have seen police put in effort with other cases. Just this week, remains were found, and I believe that encouraged the police, and they started a search the next day for another man that was missing. What will it take for officers on my brother's case to continue to search for him? Detectives have been desensitized to tragedies, but my family cannot. We live this reality every day. His daughter, his girlfriend, his nieces and nephews. The oldest is 8, the youngest is 1. They live with this reality. We need some type of peace of mind, some type of answer, so we can begin to go through the stages of grief, because now it's just denial, anger, bargaining, and depression. No accepting. We have no place to go and physically grieve. We're just left not knowing what happened to Shelton. I do feel that in my heart we will get answers, but I guess it's in God's timing. We just pray it's sooner than later. But for now, we live differently. We live differently. We love differently. We love harder. And we cherish our memories of Shelton and his younger brother who has passed.